thank you for having me on the couch with you. It's the first
time.
This
is our first time. Usually we talk through like Zoom or something like this.
Right, breaking stories about digital media and stuff, and now we're here to talk about what's actually shifting.
So what is the shift in media?
Well, look, it's 2026, right? And social media has been around for over 2 decades, and now many people who have left a Facebook account or a Snapchat account sort of dormant don't think about it too much. They don't check in, they don't post, they don't poke people like we used to on Facebook. And so essentially, Simone, what's happening is we need to stop and take an audit a little bit of what we've left online. There are companies that are using artificial intelligence and other digital mapping tools to use some of your old social media accounts to create new information. And if we don't, generation to generation, talk to each other about what's changing on these social media apps, some of us are going to become victims to things that we don't even realize are happening.
When you say this, it just reminds me of how many, I guess, social media accounts that I do have. So I think I have, now you mentioned Snapchat, so I have 5 accounts.
Right.
And the way that I use them differs from the way that my parents might have used social media or currently do. So how does this differ from generation to generation?
Yeah, that's a great point. The utility of social media is completely changing. It used to be a day in the life type scenario where you would post and share things with your friends. Now it's algorithmically driven, right? And so the moment you like something, you start to get more and more posts about that. The more you favor political information, you get more and more. And that's a bubble that many people don't recognize. You know, seniors in our life must just think that in some cases they're getting all the information the way that they think, and that's not the case. And kids in our lives that don't understand there are multiple ways to get news think to themselves that bubble, that meme, that joke is the way that people react. That's the education that we have to have with people about the fact that just because you see it on Snapchat and TikTok, it doesn't mean it's fact and truth. But we're losing the plot in all of this. We can't forget that these companies are just getting bigger and bigger, right? And they're doing it with our data, and that's another part of this shift that we have to remember. We don't own the content on these social media apps. These aren't your vaults of pictures on Facebook. These aren't, unfortunately we don't.
Well, because I know that, like, for example, my cousins were really big when Facebook happened.